Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Your Life, Your Money. Today I'm going to talk about an interesting phase of life, age between 50 and 55. An age band, your career has matured, you have spent a good amount of time earning money, you are an established player now. Now the retirement days are visible to you. What should you do at this age? Simple, set the house in order. What are the things you need to do at this age? I'll take you through step-by-step process. Attend to each and every one. If you are able to do that, you will have a beautiful life beyond this point. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, your financial guide for a happy living.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
Are you an NRI living outside of India for more than 10 years? Have you dreamt of a retired life in India in a beautiful house and a lifestyle of your choice? Your dream can come true only when you take some simple and effective actions today. I will take you through a step-by-step process to make this dream come true in my webinar, Stress-Free Retired Life in India. Hello, I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, financial guide and founder of YouTube channel NRI Money Clinic. I have to my credit creating secured retired life for thousands of NRIs spread across more than 60 countries. If you have an intention to make your dream retirement come true, register for my webinar. More details are in the link below. If you're somebody who is between age band of 50 to 55 or thereabout, it's a very interesting phase. A phase where you should reflect on yourself and set your house in order. Why do I say this? At age 50, you have literally spent 20 or 25 years of your career. You have earned a lot of money, you have spent a lot of money, you have set up your family, your children are growing or could be already educated, could be in the higher education by this time. You know what exactly is happening in your life. You know whether you have led a life successfully or it is heading towards a failure. One thing is certain, within a short span of time, next 5 to 10 years, you are going to be retired and no more salary beyond this point. This is a time to reflect upon what has happened and set your house in order. What should you do at this stage? Number one, evaluate your life. When you evaluate your life, 3 possible scenarios will emerge. Number one, you don't have adequate amount of money and you could be passing through a midlife financial crisis. Option 2 or the possibility 2 is we just have adequate amount of money. It's not that I have too much of a money. It's also true that I am not struggling because of finances. I just have an adequate amount of money. What is that you should be doing? The third possibility is that you have ample amount of money. What is that you should be doing with these 3 case scenarios? Let us look at them, what you should do. For those of you who are passing through a midlife financial crisis, I'll feel very sorry. I've done detailed videos on midlife financial crisis. This is one of the most difficult things to solve the problem, both for yourself as well as for your financial planner. You don't have the time. You are in the middle of that problematic period. Whatever you try to do, there will be consequences. But if you are somebody, all that I would say is do not lose hope. Do everything that is in your control to pull back the situation. There are people who pull it back. It requires sacrifices. If you have land banks, if you have some properties, if you can liquidate and clear your debts, fantastic. Make your family a part in the decision-making process. Talk to your spouse, talk to your children. Tell them what exactly is happening in your life and how they need to cooperate. Probably they will also understand the gravity of the situation and they will chip in with their reduction of expenses, understanding the responsibility. Maybe this can pull it out. Do everything possible within your means to see how you can manage more money by changing the job or any other means. Avoid credit cards. See, if you're already passing through a bad phase, borrowing from credit cards, one loan to the other, will not solve the problem. You have to go through a debt reduction process. Consult the required professionals. Unfortunately, we don't have service around that. Please don't send us a message telling that I am passing through a midlife financial crisis. Can you counsel me? Unfortunately, we don't have that service. But there are countless planners who can help you in the country where you are residing and take their assistance and try to come out of this. The second situation is I have adequate amount of money. My days are passing without any anxiety. I have the money for required things. I don't have too much of a money, but what's required, the days are running off. Here you need to again introspect. You think that you have adequate amount of money. Where is this money going? Have you provided yourself for the retirement planning? Have you thought about what happens to your children? Will you be having the unfinished responsibility of your children post your retirement days? You know how old are your children. You know when they are going to go to college. You know their aspirations. You know your plans. Think about it. What might happen if you have not provided for retirement planning, or if you have not provided adequately for the retirement planning? Then this is a time that's a top priority, because you are running out of the time. It's a cricket match where the number of overs that you have to score the runs is coming down, asking rate is increasing. That's a top priority. People who have got lots of money also have to introspect. When you have lots of money, you are the lucky one, but also possible that you could be unlucky. You wouldn't have managed your finances well. When resources become more than required, inefficiency breeds in. Lifestyle goes through a roof. You get habituated to live in a particular way. Your cash burn ratios could be increasing. You're not aware that the days of not getting the salary, you're coming closer to retirement, is not in your mind. You think the days will continue as it is. It's time to sit back and see where's your money going. Where you have parked all these days' money. Is it that you have splurged? Have you provided adequately for your retirement? Do you think it is adequate, or a planner has told you that this is adequate? One problem which I have observed in the lives of many people with enormous amount of money is money is parked in the wrong places. For example, there are people who put everything in the bank fixed deposit. This will go through a reinvestment risk. This will go through a taxation risk very soon when you retire. That's a problem area that you need to solve. Likewise, people have purchased plots of land here, there, different cities. It becomes very messy. So when you have these kind of a problem, number one, evaluate, is your money secure in a retirement account? Is it dedicated? Is it compartmentalized? It is going to do the exact thing what it is supposed to create. Is it creating a salary like a cash flow during your retirement days? Have you invested sufficiently in the stock market related instrument which can beat inflation? Have you worked on the tax outgo when you retire? All these things have to be looked at. If you find the right answer, then it's fine. If it is not, you need to work on simplifying and allocating your resources in a wise way. It will call for the services of a financial planner. People who have got adequate amount of money or excessive money should always use financial planner service when it comes to question of retirement planning and when you're heading towards the retirement planning. No one has the experience of retirement. You assume your retirement is going to be like that, but in reality, that's not the way it goes there. So there are multiple risks you will pass through during your retirement phase. Engage a financial planner. Narrate what has happened in your life. Let them evaluate and give you what's right, what's not right, what needs to be done. If you have a planner, consult them now. If you don't have one and you think something needs to be done, you can make best use of services provided by NRI Money Clinic. We have people on the ground. We have clients from more than 60 countries. Thousands of people have utilized our services. You can reach out to us and we can evaluate your financial position and suggest whatever that suits you the most. How can you reach out to us? Very simple. Our numbers are given in the description box below. Reach out to us through a WhatsApp message. We have also provided a link there to contact us through the WhatsApp. Click on the link, it takes you to the WhatsApp. Send us an exploratory message to us asking what exactly you are requiring from us, and one of our team experts would be ever ready to help you. If you are looking for such services, why delay? Send that message. Right now, you are already at 55 age band. The next thing that you have to do is education funding becomes very important at this stage. Your children could be already in the college, or if you're married late, they could be still in the early years of undergraduation. All possibilities exist. It calls for a large chunk of money to pay for the fees, the living expenses. If they were to be studying in another country, a lot of invisible expenses will come. Are you well geared enough to pay for this? If you're not having sufficient enough money, then the first question that you have to see is, Have I done the retirement planning or not? You have not done retirement planning and it is coming in conflict with your children's education. The priority should be given to your retirement planning. I'm not telling don't send your children to the college. You must. That's your responsibility. They are your children. You can't put it on someone else. But the education can be funded from education loan in such an event. Take children into confidence, explain them the situation, what's happening in your life. Are you the fortunate one, unfortunate one? And tell them that it's a good idea to take an education loan and fund the expenses from there. Also, your children need not do the masters and all fancy education at one go. If they have done an undergraduation, encourage your children to take up a job and earn some money, accumulate that money, and do the masters later on with their own money. All possibilities exist. The education field is going through a change. On the other side, education is also becoming a case of business everywhere. And the amount of money people commit on education, there is no guarantee that you will be able to get back that money. On one side, your children may not get the required jobs. On the other side, you may not have the money for leading your retired life in a peaceful way. So both could fail. Therefore, encourage your children to work post the undergraduation, as well as encourage them to take an education loan, stand as a guarantee, let them pay for the education loan themselves. It should be their responsibility. They are adults now, they can take up that responsibility for sure. Develop a clarity around where you are going to retire, which place, which city, which country. The quicker you become clear about where you are going to retire, a lot of things will fall in place. If you were to retire in Dubai or US or UK or India, then you know what could be the cost, where will the money come from, where you should invest, is it possible, not possible, is it just my wishful thinking that I want to retire but I don't have resources. Develop a clarity, have a word with your spouse. Generally what happens is, it's your wife who dictates, because wherever she has comfort for her retirement, that's the place where you tend to go and retire. Develop that clarity as early as possible. The next thing you have to focus is, do you have a house to stay in a city and a country of your choice? If you have a house, is that the house where you want to go and live? If you have purchased a house 15 years before, 20 years before, probably your life has changed beyond that point. You don't feel like going and staying in that house now. So you see whether that house is in a place of your choice, whether it has the required facilities, is that incommensurate with your financial status or what you are accustomed to today. If it is not, then you should consider where should you go and stay. Maybe it's a good idea to part with that house and release the resources and consider buying or constructing a new house where you want to go and stay. When you are constructing a house, be mindful of the fact, the cost, the size. Your ego, your lifestyle are very big when you're working. When you retire, everything will start shrinking. You cannot handle a very big house. Don't compare with what your friends have. Be mindful of your age and have a house decent enough of size which you can manage. If you have a limited amount of money, do not allocate a disproportionate amount of money for construction or buying of the house. You need a much bigger amount of money to fund your retirement cash flows. Therefore, strike a balance between how much money you can commit for construction of house where you're going to live. It's a good idea to sell off unwanted real estate, use the same proceeds to buy your retirement house and strengthen the funds that you need to create cash flow during your retirement days. The next thing that you have to focus is your health insurance. How is your health now? Are you fit and fine? Or you are in that age band of 50-55? Probably some of the lifestyle diseases could be there affecting you. Diabetes, blood pressure, overweight, heart issues, arthritis, kidney issues, anything could be. If you have any of the health issues bothering you, it's time to buy health insurance for you right now on your own. Don't count on health insurance which is given by your employer. Soon you'll be out of the employment. You have to have your own health insurance. If you go to the health insurance at a later point of time, because of these pre-existing illnesses, they may not give you or they may charge you a bomb for giving you the health insurance. Evaluate it. If you are the lucky one who has nothing of this particular problem, you can still consider buying a health insurance 2 to 3 years just before retirement. You don't have to hurry through. In fact, we had done a detailed video on called NRI Dilemma. When should you buy your health insurance? Please check that video where I have given you the detailed step-by-step process to evaluate when should you buy, how much should you buy. But health insurance is a top priority to consider at this age. Even for those people, I have a word of caution or a small piece of advice. Even though you're fit and fine, no one knows what might happen beyond this point. It's a good idea to have a top-up plan paying a small amount of money to cover the large hospital bills in case something were to go wrong, or if you are not given a health insurance when you get back to India or when you retire. It doesn't cost a great deal of money to buy the top-up plan. Have a 25 lakh top-up plan. Leave out the first 2-3 lakhs out of the system, and the larger bills which might come on you can be transferred to the top-up health insurance plan. At this age, one another top priority is to replace your salary when you retire. What changes during your retirement days is you will not have salary. Everything is normal. You are used to receiving the paycheck at the end of the month. You are habituated to see the money coming and hit your bank account month after month over decades, over 3 decades. Now this habit stops. Unless you make a conscious effort to create a salary kind of a cash flow to hit your bank account month after month, make no mistake, your finances will go for a toss. Your expenses, your day-to-day expenses, what you need for everything depends on this money hitting your bank account. Irresponsible people will say that you can take money out of a mutual fund SWP. I'm not against the mutual fund, but these are erratic investments. Sometimes they give huge returns, sometimes they don't do anything. I don't want you to lose your capital depending exclusively on SWP. We also promote mutual fund. We also sell mutual fund. I'm a AMFi certified mutual fund distributor. But I need to tell you the truth. Please do not depend exclusively on SWP. Have some rental income, have some annuity income, have some guaranteed return insurance plan. Any instrument which gives you defined cash flow, which hits your bank account, is required. Where your day-to-day expenses, what you need month after month, can be adjusted against that cash flow, that is required. Don't listen to anyone else. Go with your common sense and create that kind of a salary like cash flow during your retirement days. Again, we can help you. I've told you how you can reach out to us. We are committed to create that kind of a salary for you. There are countless people who are very, very conservative. They don't trust anyone. They don't trust any product. They don't trust stock market. They go and stack up each and everything in a bank fixed deposit. It was fine because you had a salary. But if you stack up everything there, just remember one thing. Inflation bites badly during your retirement days. You have to warm up a little bit. You should talk to your financial planners. You should study yourself well. You must have good amount of exposure to mutual funds or stock market related instrument, at least some rental real estate or commercial properties. If you don't have these, then make no mistake, whatever the FDs you may have, inflation bites you during your retirement days. The purchase power of your money that you get by way of interest and everything will keep coming down. The only thing which adjusts itself in a fixed income kind of a setup is rentals. Rents rise when inflation rises. However, your FDs will not rise because you are already consuming interest, and they may fall further because of the reinvestment risk. Be mindful of the inflation risk. It will come back and badly bite, and whatever the resources you have for your retirement, have some exposure towards the stock markets as well. Last but not the least, the most important, study the risks of retirement planning. We have done detailed videos. We have a playlist dedicated for retirement planning. Please go through the various videos produced on retirement planning. We have spoken about every risk in detail. You cannot conquer a risk when you meet with a risk. You have to be prepared for that. If you have a fast moving car, you have a better brakes. Your cars are fitted with airbags. So you should be prepared, thinking that if such an eventuality were to happen, how we are well prepared for that. Study each and every risks of retirement planning. Make sure consciously you are putting efforts to conquer those risks. Otherwise, you retire and become a victim of one or other of these risks, then your retirement could be in danger. Therefore, it's time to put some efforts to study the risks of retirement planning, reinvestment risk, taxation risk, risk of losing money, risk of ignorance of the spouse. Countless risks are there. We have spoken in the different videos. Please visit them and make that effort to learn about different risks. If you attend to these basic things during this age group, I am very sure you can be well prepared for a happy retired life. If you like the content of this video, do give me a thumbs up. If you like the content of this video, do share this with your friends and relatives, near and dear ones, and all the social media on which you are connected with. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I shall be back with you with yet another episode of Your Life, Your Money next Friday. Till then, stay safe. Jai Hind.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.